This is the only ball of the year, and I see why. Everyone is absurdly excited.
Your Highness, you sound so detached. We are all encouraged to enjoy the ball tomorrow.
Right you are. What a burden.
Huh. I never thought we'd see eye to eye, but I agree. I'd rather be swinging my blade than wasting my time with some girl at a ball.
Felix, Your Highness, you must be joking, right? This is our chance to dance with all of the ladies of the Academy to our heart's content.
Those are your friends. You should know better than anybody. Them two don't go flying around gagging with girls.
You wish to throw away the best day of the whole year for sword practice? Insanity, I tell you.
I'm pretty excited about the ball myself. It's not like we get to do things like this very often.
Too true, Ash. In fact, I'm going to do you a favor and give you a crash course in chatting up girls. By tomorrow, you'll be an expert.
Actually, I'd much prefer if someone could just teach me how to dance.
Don't worry about the dancing part. I can teach you that easy.
It's time for the ball. That warrants at least a tiny bit of makeup, don't you think, Ingrid? Just a smidge.
Maybe. I'll think about it. It's settled. Tomorrow morning we'll meet up in Ingrid's room. Ooh, I can't wait!
You know, there's no telling where life will take us after we leave here. If only we could find a way to come together again, just like this.
A fine notion, Your Highness. Perhaps 5 years from now?
5 years from now? Ah, that's when RikaRieGaming Monastery will be holding its Millennium Festival.
By then, we'll be addressing Your Highness as Your Majesty instead.
That's right. I suppose we all know it's coming, but by then you'll be far removed from us.
Come now, you know me better than that. My title may change, but I won't. And it won't just be me, you know. 5 years from now, you'll all have your own stuffy positions to contend with. But as I understand it, the festivities at the Millennium Festival will be of a scale far beyond anything we've yet seen. In other words, the perfect excuse for all of us to return here.
Ooh, a reunion? That sounds fun! I wouldn't miss it for the world!
I'd love for you to be there as well, Professor. After all, you're the heart of the Blue Lion House.
I'll be there.
Good. Then it's settled. Of course, if something happens and I'm not able to attend, I'm leaving all of the logistics of organizing this reunion to you, Professor.
It's true. I'm sure being a king will keep you busy, but it's a bit early to be backing out of your own plans, don't you think?
Yes, I suppose you're right. I'm sorry. You have my word. I will return as well. Count on it.
Say no, all you babies have to come. Ooh, cutscene. Clyde, where the hell you at? It's like he was waiting for you to turn around, Adam. Thank you, what a gentleman.
Running away? I understand. You hardly had the time to breathe in there. It must be hard to be the favorite teacher at the ball. Poor professor.
I'm not everyone's favorite.
Was that a joke? I find it hard to tell with you. Just think of all the students begging you to dance.
All of them.
Professor, what are you doing here? Good one, Professor. I could see saving a dance for Edelgard, but Claude is another story. In any case, I have no intention of dancing with anyone. As a child, Edelgard taught me how to dance. It was a bit awkward, honestly. I've told you before that we're siblings by marriage, haven't I? Her birth mother was my stepmother, although I didn't know that at the time. My stepmother treated me with such kindness, just as though I were her own flesh and blood. And yet she never so much as hinted that she had her own child, Edelgard. We were born and raised in different territories, without ever knowing the other even existed. Yet, against all odds, for just over a year, we became childhood friends. Indeed. Unaware of each other's stations or backgrounds, we met and became incredibly close. This was when she and Lord Arundel were living in the kingdom. They were in exile. This was a time of great turmoil within the Empire. I ran into her when visiting Lord Arundel's residence with my father. She seemed quite bored with everything. At first, I found her to be difficult and stubborn. But that facade quickly fell away, revealing her true self beneath. That's around the time when she taught me how to dance. Her instruction was, oh, let's call it strict, to put it nicely.
Wrong foot, Dimitri. You're supposed to lead with your right.
Hell, the sun's going down. I really ought to be heading home.
That 1 year before she had to return to the Empire was so much fun. The time of my life in many ways. It's kind of pathetic to think about it all these years later. But can you guess what I gave her as a parting gift?
A dagger?
Huh. Good guess, Professor. But I swear, it came from the heart. In Fargus, we've long considered blades as tools of destiny, as a way to cut a path to a better future. She was being dragged all over, unable to live the life she wanted. I thought the dagger could help her cut a path to the future she dreamed of. However, that was many years ago. I'm sure she's forgotten all about the boy I was back then.
It's not too late to reconnect.
I'm afraid it's far too late for that. Things are different now. She's different. I'm different. Anyway, I'm feeling a bit out of place here. Festivities like this don't suit me. Professor, will you join me for a bit? You must be getting a bit tired of the ball by now.
Saw that little smile he did to us when he said that.
It's quiet here, isn't it, Professor? That reminds me. Do you know the legend associated with the Goddess Tower? Is that right? You don't strike me as the sort to enjoy stories like that. They say that wishes made in this tower will come true. Wonder who came up with such a silly notion.
You don't believe it?
Legends are legends, nothing more. I doubt there are many who really believe that wishes can be granted. The goddess just watches over us from above. That is all. No matter how hard someone begs to be saved, she would never so much as offer her hand.
Like in real life.
And even if she did, we lack the means to reach out and grasp it. That's how I feel about her. In any case, I suppose there's no harm in passing the time with silly legends. What do you say, Professor? Care to make a wish? We are here on the night of the ball. Why don't you try wishing for something? A wish of my own. I suppose my wish is for a world in which no one would ever be unjustly taken from us. Or something along those lines. Thank you, Professor. Although, at a time like this, perhaps it would make more sense for me to wish that we'll be together forever. What do you think? Well now, Professor, you must admit I've improved in the art of joke-telling. I'm sorry. I guess that was rather thoughtless of me. Honestly, I do regret saying such a thing. Please, think nothing of it. I've blurted out irresponsible things like that to my classmates. Promises that we'll see each other again and the like.
So freaking both choices go to the same thought process of him. Oh crap.
I have no business making such promises for the future. There are certain things that I must accomplish, even if it means risking my life. I may not even have a future to promise to someone. We should head back soon. It's rude of me to keep you all to myself. Shall we, Professor?
It seems that everyone is having a delightful time. Will you not dance some more? How dull of you. Had I a body of my own? Oh, I would sing and dance until I fell upon the ground. But you? Do as you will. Ah, you're not the only one who feels that way. Look over there. I'm bored beyond compare. Will you not follow her? Oh, come on, hurry up. I know that you are curious to see what she is up to. I hear someone singing from over there.
Oh.
That song. I feel that I have heard it in the past. Actually, it is not that I have heard it. Did I once sing that song to someone? No. There's more. I wrote this song. Oh, but how could that be so? If that were true, then how could she be singing it? Unless... No. I am suddenly so exhausted. As are you, no doubt? Quickly then, to bed with you.
Oh, what's going on? Why are we going into the light? You fainted?
Impressive. Thanks.
Oh, ooh, she can't do anybody yet.